Some interesting updates from FaZe Rain on the whole FaZe Clan situation this past week as he's been streaming more, he's been uploading more videos to YouTube. It's been great to see him give more insight on all things FaZe Clan and whether or not he will be joining or kind of keeping on doing things on his own, as he is one of the better well-known OG members that is not with FaZe, which is, it still feels weird because I always still say FaZe Rain and probably will forever, but he was actually reacting to a very good video. I will link down below, kind of a halfway documentary on the downfall of FaZe and what exactly happened behind the scenes. And after reacting to that, it was FaZe Rain saying how he just doesn't feel confident, and because FaZe Clan is still corporately owned, which we'll get into afterwards, he just is a bit fearful of ever joining again.
It's all good, but sometimes, you know, you be in, especially at the gym, bro. I be getting mad as shit at the gym about it. I can't lie. A lot of the times I get mad at FaZe, it's always at the gym. I be pushing mad hard. I be fucking wired up off caffeine. I just get mad about it sometimes, bro. Does fuel the workout, so that's the silver lining there. You know what I'm saying? Why are we saving the kids? We need to save FaZe. Well, I honestly, it's in good hands now for the most part. Again, I don't really know about the corporately owned stuff, but that's really why I couldn't do it again, because if it wasn't fully us that owned it, I couldn't trust it, because you never know. Like, this is just my opinion. It may or may not be the truth. I don't know. But to me, this is what it felt like. Now it's corporately owned. Even of that 49, a lot of corporate people still own a lot of those shares, right? The existing corporate people in FaZe that never sold all of their shares and still have a remaining amount in, because a lot of them actually are negative. They got beasted by a whole different side of corporate. It really was a corporate civil war with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And if you guys don't know this, it's not even 51-49. Last time I covered this, I believe, was late last year. So as far as my knowledge goes, and as far as what is publicly reported, it is not even 51-49. FaZe Clan is still corporately owned, and it's far beyond 51-49. To my knowledge, FaZe Banks actually bought 25% or 25.5% from GameSquare a while back for a reported $10 million, but the remaining almost 75% is owned by partially GameSquare. And then we also have, I think it's Matt Kalish. He is the CEO of DraftKings, so a very well-touted name. And he came in a long time back and actually bought 49% himself. So I believe it's 25.5% to GameSquare, 25.5% to FaZe Banks, and the remaining 49% to that DraftKings CEO. So the percentages aren't even 51-49. Rain is correct. And that is what he's fearful of the corporate coming in and all of a sudden pulling the plug or changing things entirely, and the actual FaZe Clan guys having very little to no control over that.
So my fear, and I'll tell y'all why I didn't join back. There's two reasons. One, I was hurt, bro. I was hurt by a lot of the people because I want to do the right thing for everybody, but everyone seemed slightly selfish with their own positions. They weren't looking at it as a group effort thing. And that always bothered me, right? It felt like people were selfish, and I didn't like that. And to me, I really cared about FaZe for the brotherhood way more than the business and the brand and the money. I cared more for the brotherhood and community that it stood for. And then, yeah. And then also because corporate, it still owns a big percentage of it. You know what I mean? The way that I look at it is, in my opinion, it's the example I always make to people. I say, like, imagine a mansion. And they're giving you the basement. They said, bro, go crazy with it. You can own the full basement, do whatever you want, make it as nice as you want. You know what? We'll even give you money to make it nicer. And I'm just afraid one day they will exercise their 51% and they will do what happened last time, right? That's just what I fear, because I knew that's what was going to happen the first time, and it still happened. Nobody listened. Nobody trusted it. I was the crazy one. I was the one that was just trying to be non-cooperative, whatnot. So I kind of am traumatized from that shit, bro. I can't lie. So like Bank said also, I will never not trust my gut. And when they brought that up, my gut said no. My gut said, don't do this. You're going to get hurt again. You're going to feel the same way again. You're going to feel alone, even though you're surrounded by people. I said, you know what? Let me just step away. Even though I love FaZe more than anything, it was my whole life. It was the one thing I ever cared about as a kid, and I made it possible. So that's why. And a lot of people don't get that, right? So yeah, it's just it's a very complicated topic, because it's not something that it's just black and white. It's just one thing or the other. It's such a long history of it. And that guy that he kept highlighting in the video, you don't understand the amount of damage he even did to our friendships, bro. The amount that he'd lie to me about what Banks said when Banks never said that. What he'd tell Banks that I said when I never said that. As opposed to the corporate side, I do love the new FaZe. I do love what they're doing. I love Ron. I love Max. I love Silky. I love Lacey. I love Jason. They're all amazing. Rage is fucking amazing. I love him too. K-Son, I love them all, bro. They're all great. And, you know, they're cooking, bro. They're doing their thing. And I'm proud of them, bro. They're doing really well, because I do see some of us in them, just in this aspect of just young, upcoming, hungry people that want to succeed, want to work together, do all that. So I really do respect that. I love what they're doing, bro. But again, for me, it has nothing to do with them. It's just the corporate holding in the background that's quiet right now. They're really not doing much. They're kind of letting them do their own thing, but for how long?
And he also mentions being hurt, which makes sense. He was one of the more outspoken people amidst the downfall of FaZe, leaking their transfers, leaking the numbers they spent on esports rosters, other people's salaries like Nick Merckx. And so he felt hurt because he had previously suggested, let's break away. Let's make FaZe valueless. If we all just stop making content and actually band together, we can do something. And of course, there was a lot of little hands here and there, and the plan didn't work out. So he feels a bit slighted by that. And I don't know if we're ever going to see FaZe Rain return to FaZe, especially because when you look at the current state of FaZe Clan, it is just so vastly different than what it previously was when Rain was such a huge piece of it, But he does respect the current FaZe. Obviously, Banks and his vision and all the new guys and what they have done, they're still putting up massive numbers, but it is such a drastic shift, right? It could not have been what it used to be, but it certainly is not that. And so it's been a wild ride to see where the future of FaZe will be, and will it include Norden? Right now, it looks like no. And his concerns, I think, are correct. I mean, that it still is corporately owned. Maybe someone like Banks, when it comes to FaZe Media versus FaZe Clan, still owns a pretty significant percentage. But what that means when it comes down to what matters, I don't know. But they're still riding strong right now, so we await to see where this project goes. And what do you guys think about the old FaZe Clan versus the new, and where they're going next? Because you never really know. Till next time, though, take care of yourselves, drink up, and we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care, guys.